Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name is Rich and today we are out for some throttle therapy. Got a couple of days off from work, guys, and decide this would be a great time to bring you a video about something on my mind. The name of the channel is Rich the Return Rider. We are going to be riding the back roads of Lake City, Florida while we have this conversation, guys. All right, today I'm on my 2019 Honda Goldwing manual Ruby. And so let's get this journey going. Now, I've been recently watching a video, guys, of a YouTuber with the manual motorcycle content creator talking about how much he loves the manual and so forth over the DCT. And this seemed to be an ongoing topic, but what has sparked me to do this video is a lot of the things that I have heard in the comment section. Some of them that I think is a little, I'm not going to say disrespectful, but not as kind as I think it should be. Now, in the world of riding motorcycle, guys, we see this as a brotherhood. Whether you're on 2-wheel, 3 wheels, or so forth, we are all out here sharing the same passion. There's supposed to be a certain amount of support and camaraderie as we embark upon these journeys. But what I'm finding in the Honda Goldwing community is not something that I'm seeing in the Harley Davidson community or the Indian community when it comes to motorcycle riders. Honda has given us the option that no other manufacturer have in the Generation 6 Honda Goldwing by giving us a dual clutch transmission option and also the manual version. And what seems to be going on in the Goldwing riding community is they seem to be a little bicker and debate. For the most part, some of it respectful and friendly, but what I'm seeing in some of the comment sections appears not to be. As I was watching this content creator's video about his love over the manual, there was comments in the comment sections to the remark of one guy saying that when he is older and he's a little incapacitated and he can't operate a clutch, then he will go to the DCT as an option. I found that that was a little unnecessary and in some respects probably not the best thing to say to folks that is appreciating some of the most awesome technology out there in the manufacturers by providing this DCT. Or the DCT, I should say. Now, I've also heard on another YouTuber's comments that purchasing the manual, knowing that the DCT is available out there, is based on the purchaser's ego. And that I also disagree with. I have made a video on why I chose the manual over the DCT. Trust me, guys, when it comes to riding a motorcycle, it had nothing to do with ego. But I wouldn't delve into that anymore. I'm going to stay to the topic at hand here. Now, the folks that ride the DCT always brag about the performance of the DCT over the manual. And I'm never going to debate that. But having a little bit of background in drag racing and doing a little bit of, racing myself, what I'm going to say is for the manual transmission, the idea of being able to load those RPMs up and slip a clutch should give a good rider the advantage at a quarter-mile strip out of the hole. Now, there's ways of shifting this motorcycle where you can just drop the RPMs slightly and shift it without using the clutch, and it's going to give you the quickest way to go through those gears. But think about the key thing that I said there, guys. Dropping the RPM slightly to shift the motorcycle. In the aspect of the DCT, there is no drop in the RPMs. The motorcycle is going to shift and go through the gears, is seamless and is quick. I would think that quicker than anyone could manually shift this motorcycle. So let's make a U-turn here. So even with the manual, if you're getting out the hole and you are being maybe a couple of feet ahead of that DCT, I would think with the seamless quick shift of the DCT that it will eventually catch up to you. But anyway, what I'm thinking about as I talk about that is I have never yet met a Goldwing rider that have prioritized the speed of the Honda Goldwing when it comes to purchasing the Cadillac of motorcycles. This motorcycle, known for its comfort, the reliability, and all the things affiliated with this motorcycle, one of the perks that comes with it is that the bike have great performance. I always say in my videos, I am not the typical Honda Goldwing rider. Folks that I have met that ride the Honda Goldwing cover more mileage on this motorcycle than the average rider does on any other type of motorcycle that I have met. So if you're prioritizing this motorcycle to do what it was designed to do, I can easily see the DCT being the best choice. I at times have sat in traffic and only imagine what it would be like not to have to hold on to that clutch as I'm keeping the bike in gear as I was instructed to for safety. And just being able to rely on the fact that if this was a DCT, that is something that I would not have to worry about. Being in the right gear at the right time, having the performance at the twist of a throttle. So the purchase of this motorcycle and the two options that is available comes down to different strokes for different folks. But in every way should be respected by the folks that choose what they chose for whatever reason that they chose it. The other thing that I'm going to talk about that seems to be pretty common in the news recently is the DCT transmission burning out as folks are doing the slow advanced courses. Now what I'm going to say to that, folks, for anyone that watch my channels, they know I'm a big proponent of those courses. You know, I believe that that stuff is life-saving, especially when it comes down to the braking and swerving and being able to maneuver the bike in the way that a motorcycle was designed to be ridden. But one of the things that I notice as I'm at those courses is you are likely, very likely, to burn your clutch out on your motorcycle if you're doing a number of different things. One of them is revving that throttle too high. The other one is holding on to that rear brake excessively. Like I said, this is coming from experts. This is just not my opinion. This is fact. If you are concerned about burning that clutch out, you might want to keep the RPMs down on the motorcycle and minimize the use of the rear brake. They say drag the rear brake. A lot of us are holding on to that rear brake way too tight. Now, what I notice personally is that when I am doing these courses, now the Honda Goldwing, for you folks that don't know, is a liquid cooled motorcycle. When the temperatures of this bike get to a certain amount of degrees, that fan cuts on and it tries to cool the motor. When I'm at those courses and that fan cuts on, I ride off. Regardless to what exercise I'm about to do, I would ride off even if I have to get back on the line behind. The other thing that I practice doing is shutting the motorcycle off as many times as necessary. If I'm sitting in a line of 6 or 7 motorcycles waiting to do an exercise, and the fan cuts on, it is clearly telling me that the motorcycle is getting a little hotter than the manufacturers want the engine to be. Your engine and transmission is intertwined with the same oil, with the same temperatures. I believe that if you ignore all of those things, you're at risk of burning out the clutch on a manual, maybe not as quick as you would the DCT. And I think that goes for any motorcycle. That's why you're always going to hear instructors saying lower your RPMs. Okay, your RPMs are too high. They encourage you to keep the motorcycle under a certain amount of RPMs. If you are riding a DCT with less of the controls necessary to manipulate these exercises, you are in danger of damaging the motorcycle. There's a big debate going on now between Honda and a couple of folks that I'm following on trying to get a transmission replaced on their motorcycle with a DCT. I'm not going to make this video too long, guys, but what I want to say, in the world of riding, we all share the same passion. We all share the same sport. There's a camaraderie out here between two-wheelers and three-wheelers. Goldwing folks, let's not make this a big debate with disrespect in the comment sections and so forth, with the choice of what someone else purchased for whatever reason they purchased it for. Don't hate, guys. Appreciate this awesome experience, the ability to be able to ride these awesome pieces of equipment, great forms of transportation, fun, hobby, all the things affiliated with riding these bikes. And excited to bring some of you guys along with this on this journey with me. Whether you're on a Honda or any other type of motorcycle, man, welcome to this awesome experience. At the end of the day, you guys know what I'm going to say. Add some protection to your motorcycles. I don't care what you ride. Get out. Do these advanced safety classes. Braking and swerving. The things that will keep us safe on these beastly piece of machinery. These beastly and lovely piece of machineries. Whether you are in the manual or the DCT, guys. Enjoy. Rich, the return rider, out on my 2019 Honda Goldwing Ruby. I'm not even going to say the manual anymore. Out on the 2019 Honda Generation 6 Goldwing.